I'll dance and I'll rise up. I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up. I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up. And I'll do it 1,000 times again. All we need is hope. And for that we have each other.
Hello, my beauties.
And for that we have each other. And we will rise. We will rise.
All right, guys. Give me a minute. Who loves that song? I adore you guys. I'm lost. Okay, here you are. There we go. Hi, everybody. How are you? Happy New Year. You can hear me, right? All right, guys. Welcome to 2019. I have this feeling. I've had this feeling not like this before. I don't know what it is. I have this feeling. You know that song, right? That might be our next song to the start of our next team call. But there has been so much excitement, so much momentum, and I think it's so very important that each and every one of us come together this year and we move forward together. So we are calling this the Legacy Project. We are all rising up. We are all coming together and moving forward together to make our goals happen. So in order to do that, we have to be very, very clear about our intentions. We have to be very clear about where we are moving as a team, not just as individuals. However, as individuals, we each need to know where we want to be at the end of the year, right? Because what we do as coaches, at the heart of all of this, and I see Lindsay shaking her head, right? We help people every single day, whether it's encouraging them in our challenge groups, whether it's getting them registered in our challenge groups, whether it's helping them build their businesses, whether it's helping them pay for their Shakeology, whether it's helping them know what Shakeology can do for them. We help people. And you should be very proud of that. So we have to make a call to action, each and every one of us tonight, today, to say where we're moving, because I believe, and I know that many of you believe, that this team deserves a certain amount of recognition. It is way overdue because each and every one of you have taken the time, new and old. And yes, I'll call you old if you have been on this team for more than a year. Because I'm going to ask each and every one of you to set a goal that is really going to be uncomfortable. We've played small in the past, okay? We've said inspire 3 to 5 people a month when you come on board. But I'm going to ask each of you, and you're going to tell me what your goals are, but I'm going to ask each and every one of you to go to a meeting next year in the month of February, and that's called leadership. And I'm going to ask you to write that down right now. Number 1 goal, I'm going to leadership. And you don't know what that means right now. Some of you do, some of you don't. There's one person on this team right now that I know, and I know that she knows what that is, and I know that it was a turning point for her in her business. And she's right there. I see you. Guys, this business will change your life, okay? It will change your life, it will change your heart, and you need to understand that not only will it change you, but it changes other people too. And you have made a difference. Okay? All right. So, number 1 rule, you must trust the process. Now, guys, I have made this booklet, and no, I'm not going to make it all pretty and bind it up for you. I'm going to send it to you in a PDF, and you can print this shit, okay? Because you're going to print this shit every single month, all right? We've got goals, and for those of you who like check boxes and like lists, because I know like attracts like, and if you're anything like me, you kind of like a guide as to what you have to do every single day. Print the shit, okay? Print it and do it, and let's be accountable to each other just like we are in our health and fitness goals. So I'm asking you, number one, to make your goal by the end of this year to leadership. Number two, if you've been to leadership, I'm going to ask you to, at minimum, set yourself a goal to be premier by summit. Some of you don't know what summit is, but I'm going to ask you, each and every one of you, to attend summit. I have one exception to that rule, and that's if you're giving birth. If you're giving birth, that's the only exception to the rule. However, if your baby is born, we've got lots of moms on this team who love babies, and you can bring that baby and we're going to love on it, and it's going to be in our photo shoot, and it's going to be amazing. You think I'm crazy, but I'm dead serious. So I'm asking each and every one of you to trust this process, because it's possible. I have been in this business now for 4 years, and I have seen coaches who have started and have climbed this business, not just in 1 year, but I've seen them climb in 6 months. I've seen coaches that were registered the same year as me walk across the stage of Summit every single year. And I've always wondered, what am I doing different? And I'm not doing anything different. But here's the one thing I did do different, and I played small. And we're not playing small anymore, guys. We are going big. So, Success Club, if it's stressful to you, I'm going to ask you to find the joy, okay? We help people, guys. We help people. If you are not finding the joy in helping people, you need to find the joy. You might be in the wrong business. However, if you aren't making that mark, it's okay. The reality is that when you're talking to people, you have to still trust that you're helping them, okay? Remember, every conversation, every new conversation that you have with someone, you are helping them. So I have written a list of intentions or affirmations, okay? I say these affirmations, I've been saying them every day for a year, and I want to share them with you guys. I say these things every single morning, okay? They sit on my nightstand, and it starts with, I'm intentional, I am powerful, I am strong, I am beautiful. Woo, that's a hard one. I am making a difference. I'm passionate. I am contagious. I am positive. I am determined. I am inspired by you. I'm relentless. I am moving forward. I am a believer. I am lovable. I am in love. And I'm here to help. So here's what I need from you. I need you to ask questions. If you don't know something, don't assume it. And don't feel like you have to always go and find it on your own. But if you have questions, make sure you share those questions with everyone. Because if you have a question, there is someone on the team, including your coach possibly. And I'm not everybody's coach on this team, but you got to realize that your coach may even have that same question. And we are a team. And the only way we can move forward as a team and be walking across that stage. Now, here's the reason why I'm asking you to set these goals, is because it's not about me walking across the stage. I have said this before, I will be damned if I ever walk across the stage without anybody on this team. So I'm asking each and every one of you to hit these goals because I want to walk with you. I don't want to go up there by myself. It's not fun. It's not why I'm doing this. I'm here to help you. And when you achieve your goals, then that's what matters to me. Okay?
It's even more fun when you get to sneak on stage when you're not supposed to be there, just to walk across with somebody. That's even more fun.
It is kind of fun.
Not that happened.
Actually, you belong there, and I just stormed it with her because it's fun. I had no business being there. It was all Lindsay. But guys, remember, this is about all of us, and together, I cannot tell you. First of all, okay, on your list now. Some of you know me, some of you don't. You know me in some form or fashion. I should have said my name. My name is Shannon Larice, and I'm one of your coach leaders on Team Legacy and one of the diamond leaders in Team Perseverance, who is our upline team. And this is the way I roll. I'm like the chaotically organized person. Sure, this looks all pretty, right? But I also have this and this and this. And if you look behind me, I even have this board back there. And so I believe in being chaotically organized, and I have checklists, and I have lots of notepads like this, and I love making check marks, and I love making X's and crossing things off the list. I love lists. I get gratification by like putting lines through things, and that's the way I operate. And so when we have our one-on-one meetings, I'm going to ask you, how do you like to organize things? Because I'm going to help you with different tools. Just because I do things a certain way doesn't mean that you do things a certain way. And I know that there's lots of ways out there to do things. And so we are going to move on, because I'm tired of talking, because I know many of you have intentions for this year. And that's what this meeting tonight is actually really about. It's about you. It's not about me and setting your goals. However, I'm telling you my level of expectation this year, because I am never, ever, ever, I think there's a lot of people on this team who might be able to attest to this. I'm not going to ask you to do anything that I'm not going to try and do myself every single day. I've said that from day one when I started this business. I got in this business because I was injured and I was giving up on my life, and my husband recognized it. And he said, Shannon, you need to take care of yourself because you're becoming miserable. And I think you'll be really good at this. And I told him pretty much to like, shut up. I was angry at him because, you know, he told me I should lose 20 pounds in the most kindest of ways. Not really. He's very like a person, like maybe you'd feel happier if you lost 20 pounds. And I wasn't happy, but he recognized that. So I said, thank you. And I fell in love with this business immediately. And he knew it. He knew I would love this. And I've never stopped. How do I pay for my Shakeology? That was my first question. Okay, inspire 3 people a month. I can do that. So that's how I started my business, guys. If you want your Shakeology paid for every single month, inspire 3 people a month. But that's playing small. And that's okay if that's what you want. But your business will grow, and it will grow slowly. But I'm going to ask you to play a little bigger than that, because I want to see you guys have success. People quit when they're not having success. I want you to have success. And you're going to tell me what success looks like to you. And you may be playing small. So I want you to look at what you're going to share with all of us tonight. And I want you to ask that question before you share, because you might want to change what you wrote down. All right? I'm going to ask you to get a little uncomfortable and play a little bit bigger. All right, so Shannon introduced herself. This meeting is not about me, it's about you. I want to hear from each and every one of you. I want to hear if you did your 7 steps. Awesome. If you didn't and you have your goals written down in another form or fashion, awesome, because just because I give you one way of doing something doesn't mean you have to do it that way, as long as you have set some goals for tonight. So, who wants to go first? Who's brave? I'm going to ask you each to go at some point. So, and we're going to introduce ourselves and become really close this year.
I can go, Shannon. This is
Okay.
Asha.
Asha, I'm so excited you're here. Asha, oh my God. Please introduce yourself. Please tell everybody how we know each other. I'm so happy you're here.
So my name is Asha Klingland. I live in Houston, Texas. I met Shannon at a company meeting, and it was just by chance. I still reflect that day because she and I were not supposed to cross paths because I was doing a function and she was in a function. And we just happened to be in the hallway, and health and self-care and do the right thing for you because you come first. That conversation was so spiritual that it embraced me on my Beachbody pathway and journey. You know, my goals have always been, Shannon, I'm very driven. I'm very business. I'm very strategy. I love with Beachbody, and I'm being honest, is because I'm a very private person. The Indian community does not, well, they frown on some of the things you say, some of the pictures you post, not you, some of the pictures we post. So I'm very cautious because my life in the community has always been about acceptance. And 31 years into my marriage, and we're still dealing with it. So I tread a very careful slope, but I'm all about goals. One of the things I don't do well is when I get home after extensive travel, my body is so tired. I love my bed that my husband bought. I cannot seem to get out of it. And, and it's sad, but it's true. He's up and doing exercise and I can't get out of the covers. So I'm horrible exercising when I'm at home. I do so much better in a hotel room because I have nobody here to talk to. I don't sleep well. So when I'm up, I just go straight to the gym and I just work for hours. And I say hours, 2.5 hours, sometimes 3 hours, when I can't even barely make 15 minutes when I'm at the house. So those are my goals. I'm a vegetarian. You already know. So trying to get lean body, reduce body fat has been top of my list. But getting a meal plan that works for me based off my eating habits, I need help there. That keeps me from reaching my goals. So kind of like in a nutshell, just the public, Indian public area keeps me from getting where I want to be. My vegetarianism, because I eat a lot of Indian food, and gluten-free. On top of it, my son's gluten-free, so we started cooking gluten-free now. That seems to be something I'm learning to cook for the family. And then just the exercise and staying motivated. I love being part of your group and posting pictures. But when I see the pictures, I want to go exercise, but it's too late in the day and life has started already. So I need to get up in the morning and just do it. And I promise you not. I hate being at home now because from a health perspective, I can't do it right at home. I do better when I'm traveling.
That's a beautiful acknowledgement, by the way, because Asha, when I'm at home, I love being in my bed too. Because as a corporate traveler, again, we are gone for so long and it's so nice to be in your bed. And my husband created this habit of bringing me coffee in bed, and I sometimes wait. I wait until he gets up so that he could just bring me coffee in bed. And it's been a bad habit. So one of my goals is to make sure that I'm setting my alarm clock so that I am waking up at home and having the coffee already made. Because, but I get it. I get it. What are you reading, Asha? Are you reading any books?
I read a lot of books, a lot of leadership books. The Naked CEO is the one that I'm doing now.
Awesome.
It's just really talks about accountability and having just crucial conversations, but doing what's right for the moment. I really believe in that, right? So there's a business aspect, but there's a personal aspect too.
There is.
Ethics plays a huge role.
Yeah.
I'm starting to read the Dare to Lead, the one that you recommended.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, everybody, I would love for you all, because we're talking about goals and we're moving forward on a team, which means we're gonna build a team. We're gonna build a community of people that, Asha, we feel safe in. Okay, we don't have to post workout videos to get our message across that we help people become healthy. What we do is we share our lives, we share our story. You have a very, very good, guys, this is your first time meeting Asha. Her entire family has transformed. How much? Her son lost over 145 pounds after she made the choice herself to make a lifestyle change. And her family, her husband, followed her lead. Again, she has transformed this woman. First of all, she's a corporate leader in my corporate life. And the fact that she came to me to ask me for help was heartwarming. And knowing the impact that she has had on her family, and now she wants to help others. Asha, you just need the courage. Write this word down, everybody. Everybody needs the courage to share their story. Your story is what you want to share. How has your life changed? Where has your life come from to where it is now? Where do you want to see your life be? Don't just live a life that you have been given. Live a life that you intend and deserve. You work your ass off. You deserve waking up in your own bed every single day. You deserve working out whenever the heck you want to. Not because someone else says so, but because you are living the life that you have intended. And this business, okay? We are all, I know every single one of you on this call, everybody on this call is successful. I know you are. But you're here for a reason, because you know how this business, okay, this fitness thing that everybody thinks we just like get together, drink a shake and work out, you know that this fitness thing can transform lives. And now you're called to do that. So you have to share your story. And the only way we share, number one rule, the more you talk, the more you share, the more you invite. I can give you all of these behaviors to do. The only thing that matters is how many you invite. How many people you say, will you do this with me? Not, do you want to buy a product? Not, do you want to do this workout? Not, oh, this shake is great, you should have it because of all these superfoods and they're really cool and trendy. Camu is number one right now, and guess what? It's in our shake. That's not what's going to get people to do this with you. It's you. You, call it for a lack of better things, you are selling you, okay? And the only person who can do that well is you. So Dare to Lead by Brene Brown. Okay, I have posted a Brene Brown TED's talk in our coaches page. Guys, our coaches page is an important place to connect because there will be things there. So there's our coaches page, and then there's Team Perseverance. You want to connect there every day. At least check in, okay? Asha, thank you so much. Asha, I have one question for you. Do you have a financial goal?
I do have a financial goal. We're in the business of hotels right now. We have our own private retail and shipping business. I work full time, so there is a financial goal already in place.
Mm-hmm.
But for me with Beachbody, my financial goal is to bring everybody in a health perspective to where what should Beachbody has done for my family. No money can ever replace it, because it took my very sick husband to a very healthy state, to promotion, my son from a very not so nice marriage to a very healthy one. To me, that's prosperity, and that's what I would like to see. I don't need money. I would love to see the growth in that way.
That is incredible. And you're right, because you know what? I know that you are a very successful, prosperous woman in that way. And the fact that there's not a number on that, can you put a value? It doesn't have to be a dollar amount. Could it be time, more time with your family? Could it be a number of things that you would like to do with your family, a goal that you would like to set, a number of people that you would like to help this year, that you can say that you would like to achieve? Because here's the thing.
I would say
we
probably
all know, we all
1%.
got to understand that goals need to be measurable, right? And that's sometimes scary. But we need to have something. You know, it may not be the amount of money, but hey, you might be happy with helping 20 people this year, right? So what could you do? Could you say something like that?
I can. I mean, I'm trying to be very realistic. So I'd say one person a month realistically would be my goal, because there has to be follow through with that too. And that requires time. So I would say one a month.
Are you familiar with the 10% rule?
Yes, I do. Yes.
Okay. So in order to have one person to help a month, you need to speak to 10. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Just giving you something to aim for, Asha. That's it. And even if you've spoken to those 10 people, recognize that even when you speak to those 10 people, just because they don't say yes doesn't mean that they're not listening. It just means they're going to watch. And so you want to continue to share your story. And there is a little bit where social media comes in, where you don't have to, again, show workout videos, but you do certainly want to go ahead and say somehow in which your family has achieved such an astronomical goal. So I think that's fair. So thank you so much, Asha. I appreciate you for starting us off. All right. Who's next?
Yeah. And everything.
I appreciate you, Asha. I love and adore you every single day. I look for you. So when you don't work out, I know you're not there. Just saying. All righty. Who's up? Come on. This call will.
All right, I'll go. I was going to like to.
All right. Awesome. Lindsay.
Can you hear me, Shannon?
I can.
Hi.
I love.
Okay, you've been like frozen most of the time, at least for me. So I can hear you. I just can't see you.
Oh.
I don't know. I have big goals. I feel like I've had big goals for the past, I would say I've had big goals for the past, like true big goals for the past year.
Mhm.
And year, but I'm not upset about it because I learned so much. And I feel like I gained so much perspective on not just this business. Because honestly, this will be, let's see, March will be 4 years. Holy moly, March will be 4 years. But I feel like this past year, I've finally been able to come into my own. Like, I don't give a shit what people think anymore. And that's a big deal. Like, I've always been like that closet kind of like, I don't know, that closet black sheep. I'm like, I can't tell people that I'm like the awkward weirdo who like swears all the time and her kids like said the F word by the time they were 2, because that's not acceptable. Like, I'm not a good mom if that's the case. Well, guess what? My kids both said the F word by the time they were 2. They're not allowed to say it, but they did. I'm the weird vegetarian vegan girl who likes tattoos and like loves whiskey. Like, that's just who I am, and I'm okay with it now. But it took me a long time to get there. So
And
even
you
though
work out. And you don't like
I work out and I fucking hate it, but I do. But it took me a long time to kind of acknowledge that. So I would attribute not reaching my goals to not knowing who I was. So in essence, I reached my goals because I'm finding out who I am finally and accepting that. So I'm really proud and like happy and in a place that I haven't been my entire life. So I guess I kind of reached them. Just, you know what I mean, as far as like, I wasn't a lead, I wasn't blah, 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 but that's all going to change this year. So I don't know. What do you want to know? Because my goals are huge. I have lots of them.
I want huge goals. I want to know what your huge goals so I can hold you accountable to them.
Okay. Well, I think everybody knows my number one goal is to buy my house for my family. I know what it looks like. I know what it smells like. I know what my kitchen looks like. I know what's in my refrigerator. I'm like, I can tell you detail for detail what my house looks like. And it is mother effing expensive. So it's going to take a lot of work, but it's like 800 grand at minimum.
All right.
So this girl, like I said, has lofty goals. Am I going to buy that house this year? Probably not, let's be honest. But I sure as hell am going to get a realtor and start looking. So that's my number one goal. My other goal is to retire my husband. He works way too much. My son, who was actually just sleepwalking, by the way, which is why I had to go put him back to bed. I totally thought he was awake and he was sleepwalking. He told his therapist the other day that daddy lives at the Broadex, and that like broke my heart because daddy does live there because he works a lot. So I want him to come home, and he wants to come home and do what he wants to do. He wants his own place. So I would love for him to be able to do that. So those are my third goal, I guess, that would be before my husband retiring, is to quit the bar. I work the bar 2 nights a week and I'm done. I've worked as a bartender for 20 years now. This year I'm going to be 4. It blows my mind. And I know. And
when's your birthday? What month?
September. And I'm done. I'm done with coming home at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning and being a miserable human from Thursday through Saturday because I'm exhausted and I still have children. Like, my kids are 6 and 8. I can't sleep for 3 hours and be a functioning, happy mom. I'm like the most miserable person you've ever met. So, house, quit my job, and retire my husband.
How much do you make at the bar?
Those are big goals. A lot. I worked 4 days last week and make $2,000.
Oh, so in 1 week, $2,000 a week?
Well, that was because I worked I would say at least between 8 and 1,000 a week on my 2 shifts.
800 to 1,000. So, so let's say you would feel comfortable with $1,500 a week and quit the bar.
I would quit on 1,000 a week.
Okay.
I could quit the bar if I made $1,000 a week, but I want that $1,000 a week to be through Team Cycle Bonus. Is that crazy to say? But
No.
I want 1,000 a week.
Nope.
Through Team Cycle Bonus, not through commissions.
Yep. So guys, we're going to, as you go through your training, Lindsay just made a very, very, very good point. And I'm going to, if you don't mind me just tapping on
Sure.
that.
Nope. Yep. Go.
If you haven't done Coach Basic training, okay, there are 2 ways you can do this. You can log into teamlegacyfitness.com. I know a lot, again, like attracts like, we're all self-learners. We all like to do things on our own time and we don't feel like we need to be accountable. Fine, so be it. You have that resource. Go to teamlegacyfitness.com. You're going to go ahead and click on login, and the password is coaches leaving a legacy in lowercase letters, and start your Coach Basics. Guys, you can finish this in just like a couple days, or you can go to the Team Perseverance team page, which is our upline team, and there is an accountability group starting on Monday. So if you know that you only have 10 minutes a day or 20 minutes a day to commit to learning, good, so be it. Go to the coach page, log in, watch a video, and be done, and you'll be done in like 3 weeks, okay? Or you can watch like 2 or 3 videos a night and be done with it in a week. Do it on your time. This is your business, but you are going to learn as much as you want or as little as you want, and ask a lot of questions, okay? So take the time, watch these videos, write down any additional question. Am I frozen? Any additional questions that you might have, and that is when you say, hey, coach, I need a one-on-one time. Because you want to know something, guys? I am committed to you. I know that we are on different coasts. I know that we are on the same coasts. I know that I travel for a living, but you want to know something? I'm okay with going to my hotel room at night and hopping on a call, okay? I am committed to anybody on this team at 8 p.m. every single night. You got it? You want my time? You just got to ask. I will be available at 8 o'clock every single night. That's my promise to each and every one of you, okay? East Coast time. West Coast time, I usually go to bed around 11 to midnight. So if you're on the West Coast, just speak up, just let me know what works for you, okay? But I do calls in my car. If you need earlier in the morning, let me know. I might be in a car. I'm traveling a lot. I'm a multitasker. I have no problem doing things with pockets full of time. So if 8 o'clock doesn't work for you, you must ask, okay? Team Cycle Bonus is what you want. That is where you are going to make your income, okay? We do make money off of commissions, but that is not where you want to spend your time. You want to build a team, because when we build teams, we are better together, okay? And every coach has a place. Some coaches will just do this for the discount. Some coaches will do this as a hobby, and they will help a couple of people every now and then, 1 a month, 2 a month, 3 a month. They'll do it to have their Shakeology paid for every single month, which is great. All of those things. And then you'll have business builders. And there's a couple of you on this call. You may not think that you're going to be a business builder, but you're here for a reason. I know each and every one of you have dreams. And this is so very possible. And if you inspire 3 to 5 people a month and build your team and teach your new coaches to do the same exact thing, you will make something called Team Cycle Bonus. And that is where you make $1,000 a week or more, okay? Or more. Or how about $4,000 a week? Who wants 4,000 a week? That's my goal this year. Ready? You think I can do it? If I can do it, you can do it. Okay? Because I'm not in this business much longer than some of you. Okay? How about 4,000? Okay? Just throwing that out there. Write it down. Great goals, ones. You're going to be walking across that stage this year, and you know what? We're going together. Who's up?
Word.
Who's got a ticket to Summit? Who has a ticket to Summit? Who doesn't know what Summit is? Okay. If you know what Summit is, and you don't have a ticket to Summit, you get your ticket this month. It's only $155. Okay? Write that down. All right. Who's up? You can stay in my hotel room. I've already paid.
I just want to put out there too, I have my hotel room and I have 2 spots available.
I've got 3.
Word.
Okay. Who's up? All right. Asha says she's in. She's coming to Summit. Do you know when Summit is, Asha? All right. When's it's I should have written it down.
July 11th through the 14th.
So it's July 11th through the 14th, and it's in Indianapolis.
Because I just booked my room last night.
Excellent. All righty. Excellent. So put in your PTO. If Heather, you're not teaching school this year. I know you're going to have a baby. Obviously, I was speaking directly towards you because you're the only one who's pregnant on this call. I'm a very good auntie. I love this. I love them. So.
I love babies too, and I will snuggle the crap out of that baby.
Mama needs a cocktail, and she needs helping hands after she's had it. All righty, who's up next? I mean, we got a bartender on.
I'll go.
Yay! All right, Elise.
I know. I don't know what to say. My name's Elise. I've been with Beachbody for like 2 years. However, I've just started kind of trying to be like an active coach in the last 6 months-ish, on and off. I've had some family stuff, so it's been a bit difficult with time. I would say my goal by the end of the year would be to be diamond, but I really struggle with talking to people. I don't know why, because I'm totally a chatty Cathy kind of person. However, I'm not good with like the follow through and reaching out to people. So that's my main goal, is to try to really reach out to, like, even if I only reach out to 5 people a week. I know that's not a lot, but for me, that would be more. Has come to me. I don't know that I even reached out to them. My second goal, I don't know, would be to make like $500 a week, I think, to start out. But really my number one goal is to like get over that scary hump, like with talking to people. Cause I feel like once I get over that and I really start talking to people, that it'll be comfortable for me and it'll be easy. Not easy, but it'll feel more natural.
Elise, we've talked about this a little bit this week, and I introduced you to Brene Brown, and I know that she resonated with you.
Mhm.
I want to share another book with you after if you're ready for, it sounds like courage, but you have a belief about yourself that isn't actually true. You do really well speaking, and and for some reason you don't believe that you do. Okay, and I don't know what that reason is, like, and it might be something external. Remember that the more you dive into this community, the more real it becomes. The more you connect and talk about it, the more real and alive it becomes. And the more you start believing in yourself that, yeah, I'm a part of this awesome freaking thing. And I want this. And I'm proud of it. And I'm not ashamed to do this. And if people don't get me, it's sort of like what happened to Lindsay. It's like, I don't give a crap. Like, it's okay. They're not my people. Right. Mm-hmm. So I have a book to follow up Brene Brown for you. And you want to know who gave me this book? It's actually Celeste. Celeste is new to our team. And actually 2 people gave me this book. And I had to tell Celeste that somebody just gave me this book. But it's called Judgment Detox. And Elise, I think you need this book. I think
who's that by?
It's by Gabrielle Bernstein. Okay. And you don't necessarily need Gabrielle Bernstein as this spiritual coach. You know, the universe has my back, spiritual gangster. It's not that part of it. It's what you're going to learn. It says here, release the beliefs that hold you back from living a better life. That's what this book's about. You have the skills. You have the tools. You know how to coach. You know the processes. You know what you got to do. What is it that's holding you back? And that's you don't know. And sometimes I'll tell you. When I read the title of this, Judgment Detox, I'm like, I don't judge anybody. I'm like, I accept like everybody. And actually, I accept so much into my life to a default that sometimes I take on too much to a default. And now I'm like taking care of everybody else. And then I'm like drained. You know who I judge?
That's how I am. I have a lot. And I think that's part of my problem with talking to people and like finding the time. I feel pulled in like 50 directions a bit. That's part of it. But I know it's like,
time,
if you want it, you'll make it happen.
Time is just a thing, guys. Okay? We all have the same time in the day. Okay? So it's what we do with our time. Okay?
Can I interject for 1 second?
You can, please.
I feel like too, if we let go, because Elise, like, I love you so much.
Best posts, by the way.
She just like does it. You just do it. You don't question working out. You don't question, like, you're actually very raw. Because like you don't filter your pictures. You just kind of like, this is what it is today. And here it is. I may not be able to, like, sometimes we can't even see her because it's like jumping and it's like blurry. But what I love is that you're very raw in that sense. But what I think that we need to remember is that each one of us, we are not Beachbody. Like, we are not Beachbody. We are Elise, Shannon, Celeste, Heather, Asha, and Lindsay. We are us. We just happen to use Beachbody products. Don't worry about preaching Beachbody. Who gives a shit about it? It doesn't matter. The programs don't matter. The meal plan, I say that in jest. The programs don't matter. The meal plans don't matter. Shakeology, Energize, none of that matters. What matters is what it's doing for you. That's what people care about. If we can stop thinking about Beachbody as a whole and like having to sell something, just talk about what you do every day. Nobody cares about the name. Nobody. They care about you. Like her coach, Kelsey, watched her every single day. I approached Kelsey 3 years ago. She told me no. She watched Elise every day posting these pictures, and she was like, well, if this girl who's also a mom can do it, well, so can I. That's what matters, is the fact that you do it. I think if we just throw Beachbody out the window, no offense, Carl Deichler, but when you throw that out the window and you just focus on the fact that this has absolutely changed your life in so many ways, that's what you talk about. You can't feel bad. You can't feel icky. You can't feel weird about talking about what it's done for you. Because we're not Beachbody. No. We're just us. And we just use the product. That's it. Sorry.
No.
What do you want? Be unapologetically you. You just preach, girl.
It's because I totally interrupted, but it's just.
No, you didn't. No, that's so important. It's so important that you guys understand that we have products, we have supplements. Yes, we want to be proof of our products. And yes, they do help us and they do help other people. But people can buy this stuff from Amazon. They can buy it on TV. And they can be assigned any random coach. Thank you. Thank you, Carl Deichler, for finally doing that, at least. So you never know, you'll get some random customers every once in a while. But the point is that if you are sharing yourself, people will trust you and they will come to you. And let me tell you something, they will continue to come to you. They will continue to come to you because they trust you. And they see the value that you provide. They see that you're actually making effort to share and not show off. You're being raw and silly and vulnerable, and it's not a perfect picture, and you're dropping F-bombs with asterisks, and you're just being you. And that's what you want to do. And Elise, you do that beautifully. I just would love for you to believe in yourself, because I loved that we started talking a little bit, because I was like, oh my God, she's amazing. How does she not know that? And that immediately reminded me of Brene Brown's vulnerability talk, is that even though you do it and you are vulnerable, you don't understand yet that you're really good at it. And I want you to know that what you're doing is making a difference. And the more you do it, remember, guys, people are going to like, comment, and whatever. And that's an invitation. It's an invitation to start a conversation. So, hey, how you doing? Not, hey, girl, how are your shoes? Right? Lindsay and I love that one. Hey, girl, I like your shoes. That's not a good way to start, unless that's kind of who you are. It's not who I am. But, start a conversation with someone, even if it's a stranger. Again, who cares? They say no, so what? It's not a big deal. It isn't. Move on. Next. Okay. All right. Who's next? Oh, I'm so excited. We have another new joiner on here. She's not showing her face right now, but I'm going to call her out right now. Her name's Kim. She's badass. All right. Who's up next? Elise, thank you. That's a very good, tangible, achievable goal, by the way. I just want to let you know.
I can go. Can you guys hear me? Celeste. Hey guys, I feel like I know some of you from the group page and stuff, so it's kind of cool to actually see you live. I'm pretty new.
Can you tell everybody how we met, please?
Yeah, so I met Shannon in this massive lineup at this personal development conference with Brendan Burchard. And Shannon was this like beam of light in this bright, hot little red dress with, I think, some cream stilettos. I think I was wearing like Lululemons are like always like shaggy. And she was just in front of me in line. Things and why we're at the conference. So yeah, we were all there for the same reason, obviously, but I ended up, they took me under their wing. I was at this conference on my own, as I tend to do things a lot on my own because I'm like too impatient to wait for people. So you'll hear in a minute that that's probably one of my challenges it's going to be one of my challenges with doing this business, is that I'm like on a faster pace than most people I know. So I'm just like, hurry up, say yes. What do you want to do? Like, I need to learn to like, whatever you were saying, the 5-step process or whatever. So anyways, I met Shannon. She got me started on, I've always been like really into health and wellness. So this wasn't like a big leap for me to try out, but I had some resistance to it at first. I was doing part of USANA, which is another I got to trying the shakes and the workouts. So USANA doesn't have that kind of stuff. They have shakes, but not any exercise component. And I was really wanting to be more consistent with my exercise. And I'm a single mom, so and I don't have family in Los Angeles where I live now. They're all back east in Toronto. So I basically wanted to, I needed something I could do at home, like at 5 a.m, like before my son wakes up, he's almost 3. He's like a toddler. And it's the first thing that I've done that I've been like super consistent with. And I was shocked because, I've danced my whole notch for me, which I'm really excited about. And so, so that's kind of where I'm at. I couldn't really be a coach until now because I'm in the process of getting my green card. And I just found out from my lawyer that I'm like, now I got the green light to like actually own a business in the US and make money if I want to. So I'm officially like, I can go all in. Anyways, but it's been like 4 days since I joined. So I don't know any of the things you guys are talking about. I like know of them, but not what they really are. So I actually haven't mapped out specific goals for what I want to do with Beachbody, but I also have kind of an aspiration to do just like health and wellness coaching that I was doing in the past, just kind of as a passion, like blog and stuff. So I kind of have goals for that. And I think my biggest goal in life is to own my own business and leave my corporate job, which, so I work in biotech, in medical affairs. So I actually have a really good job, and it pays me well. I have a good, lifestyle and things, and I want to be, but it's like, doesn't fill up my soul, doesn't make me happy. It's like challenging, but like, that's about all that I like about it, is kind of that it challenges me. So I'm always someone that's up for a challenge, and I just know I'm called to do my own thing, and I got to get out eventually. So that's definitely my long-term goal, and I'll think about more clearly what I will do in the nearer future. But definitely on my list is helping Shannon get the hell out of her carpet job too. So I was thinking that today, and I'm like, I just want to help you get there because you're so close. So if I can help you, then yay. That'll make me feel good too. So part of your journey is going to be part of my journey. I think that's why we're connected. So.
Huh, I have never had anybody say that. You just made me cry.
No, I like, my thing is like, I feel like I'm better at promoting other people's stuff than my own stuff. So that's kind of like a block that I got to get past. But actually just being in the groups has helped me just be more active on social media and stuff. So I have a few blocks around social media, probably, I guess, like everyone does. And Lindsay, like you were saying, like over time, it just becomes like what you do and you get used to it. So it's kind of a good, anyways, so I'm going to get there. I decided I'm just fucking doing it. I have no trouble like talking to people. I think I have more trouble being patient and waiting to close them and not turning them off. So that'll be where I need to do my work. And I really look forward to learning from you guys, and any tips are welcomed on my end here. But yeah.
That's your new challenge. It's not intellectual challenge.
No.
It's mental challenge. It's
It's mind over matter.
Oh my gosh. Well, guys, you know, I gotta say, I think overall, like, talk about like a business, you know, like we do, where like we always say like attracts like, right? And you know, I've never been in this business for myself. So it makes me feel very uncomfortable, Celeste, hearing somebody that they want to see me succeed. Because that's not what I do this for. I do this because I want you guys to succeed. I think I hope that everybody on this call knows that there's nothing that brings me happiness more than watching people thrive. It's actually part of what Stacy and I, when we were writing our mission, was we want to inspire, we want to mentor, we want to grow, and we want to thrive. Like, we want to help people thrive as a team, and that's what makes us happy. So to hear you say something like that in return, it brings me to a place where I think when you put a message out there, the universe truly brings life and minds together. So I graciously say thank you in advance, but I'm going to help you succeed. Because, guys, she has this little boy who's like, he looks just like her, and he's so much fun. And you deserve that too. You know, you deserve to be home and, like you said, do the things that you like to do. You love to travel. You know, yes, you're able to do those things now because you have, but you leave the house at 5:30 in the morning and you don't get home until 6 o'clock. And she drives in LA traffic an hour every single day to bring her son to the daycare. If he wants to do anything, he has to pay money to, you know, it's hard being a single mom. I couldn't imagine it. So, you know, we're all in this together, and we're all going to be helping each other. And I'm thrilled that you are finally on this team.
I know, it's been a while, long time coming.
Everybody knows your name. I've been talking about you for a really long time. There's this girl Celeste from LA. She'll be on our team one day.
And at first I hated the shakes because I thought they were too sweet, but then the almond milk really makes all the difference. Now I love them, of course. But.
It does. Oh gosh. I have to ask you for another goal that you're going to work towards, because just like everybody, whether it's the number of people you want to help because that's why you're doing this, or if you have a financial goal, or if there's something you want paid off, is there something, a goal that we can start off with for you?
Well, I kind of have a lofty goal for like making income and you know, self-employed income this year. Is my goal is $100,000. I want to make that myself. So from Beachbody and from the other stuff that I hope to do this year as well. So that would be pretty lofty.
Okay, so we're gonna say $2,000 a week.
Okay,
that's your goal.
What is that like?
Yeah, you want to make 100,000, right? Like.
Yeah, and it's not really about it's not about the money really. It's like what it represents. It means that I can freaking do something on my own that gives me freedom.
Yeah, and the fact that you already know that, right? The fact that you know that number means that you have inspired and helped people. It's just a number. Okay?
Yeah, I actually need to have I need to have a goal that's not money, because it goes.
Yeah.
But it needs to be probably like shifted to maybe helping this many people or something like that.
Have any of you guys read You Are a Badass at Making Money?
Oh yeah, that's good.
I kind of hate the title, but let me tell you, because I resisted that book because I was like, it's not about the money. It's just about what the money can do for you. And then I was like, oh shit.
Actually,
it is about the money, but it's about what it can do for me.
Yes, my house is really expensive that I want to. So
yeah. So that book, if any of you guys have like that mindset of money is the root of all evil, which I totally had, go read this book and it will, or listen to it. I listened to it on Audible. It like changed how I view it. So you're right. It is about the money, but it's also about what it can do for you.
Exactly.
Not necessarily the dollar amount.
You're right. But we have to know a dollar amount so we can reverse engineer it to the number of lives that you are going to work with every single month. Because people are our business. You need to know how many people to talk to every single month. Otherwise, I could tell you all day long, oh yeah, you could easily make $100,000 a year doing this. And then you're going to ask me, well, how? Well, talk to people. Well, how many people, right? I said to Asha, okay, there's a thing called the 10% rule. 10% of the people that you talk to, okay, will listen. 10% of those people will say yes. And that's probably like 1 out of 100. So again, it's there's just some simple math, and that's why I ask these numbers, and I'm not afraid to ask you anymore. I used to be nervous to ask because I didn't want people to think that my intentions were in the wrong place. Guys, this is about people. And Lindsay, you're right. Are you a badass? I'm a badass at making money. It's not about the money. It's about, what money can do for you, what experiences it can bring to your life. And I'm a fan of Lori Harder's Earn Your Happy podcast. And guys, I listen to it every day, and I don't know. Sometimes I've listened to some of them more than once a day. And listen, there is this one, I don't even know what number it is. Maybe I'll try and post it if I can find it. Just start from the beginning. Listen to all of them. She is incredible. There is this one podcast where she talks about money, and what she came from versus what her husband came from, and how they viewed money, and how he looked at money one way and she looked at money in a very negative way as a form of lack. And she didn't have a very good relationship with money. And what she had to learn was that money just brings people experiences. And everybody has money. Everybody has it. It's just what we do with it. Some people have more, some people have less. And if you want to have more experiences in life, then you might need to earn more. But what are you going to do that? And you can't just expect it. You got to work for it. And it actually totally started making me think about like my children, how they view money, how they respect money, how I want them to understand about money. Of course we all want to have money, but what is it? It's just a piece of paper. It's about what money can do for you and the freedom. Last year I said my word was freedom, and I'm not changing my word. My word is still freedom. So think about your word this year and what it is, because it's important. Write it down and look at it and read it every single day, because that's what these experiences, this life is whatever you want it to be. And freedom doesn't necessarily mean financial freedom for me. Freedom for me means a lot of things. It means free from anxiety, which I don't know if I'll ever be able to get rid of. It means freedom for my kids, not worrying about, their success. It means freedom for my husband, who travels overseas, and he's not in the military, but he might as well as be in the military because he goes to faraway lands, and it makes me nervous, And so there's lots of things that money can bring us. So, all right, $2,000 a week. So we just need to reverse engineer and know that, okay, how much time do we have in a day? Where do we need to spend our behaviors? Okay, if we're doing learning, if we need to do some learning, then we need to listen to it in the car. We don't need to be sitting in front of a computer like we are right now. We need to be inviting, right? On a Sunday night, which we're going to get to in just a minute. But we do have 2 other people who do need to share their goals, and I'm going to shut up. I can't
Okay,
see
I guess it's my turn. I'm on then.
only because I can't see.
Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm Heather. What?
I was going to say only because we can't see Kim, but she's about to get unmuted next. All right, Heather.
So I obviously, well, I will be having a baby in April, hopefully, most likely. I'll make it that long. So I'm definitely in like this weird spot where I want to make sure I continue with what I've been doing with Beachbody. I'm coming up this spring, I'll be like June will be about 3 years since I've started. And I started when my son was about 11 months old because I was struggling to lose weight from having the baby. And I was also like struggling, just like I'd lost myself in becoming a new mom and all that kind of stuff. So not lose myself, to make sure that I make the time to take care of myself, because I know when I do that, I'm a better mom, I'm a better wife, I'm a better teacher, like all around it's very good for everybody in my life. But also, you know, looking at it now with added financial stress of having 2 kids in daycare next year, which on Long Island is, you know, like paying another mortgage. So, you know, the financial aspect there. And I love helping people. I'm a teacher. It's just part of my nature. I like helping people. I love when, you know, encouraging others and helping them celebrate their, you know, when they're reaching milestones, and like getting them up and going when they're struggling. You know, I think that's an area that I get a lot of personal enjoyment from interacting with people that way. So, yeah, I think I need to get back to basics. I had a few months of craziness going on, but my plan is to continue sharing my story, which I try to do on a regular basis. I need to get better at actually inviting. I'm very good at sharing and talking to people, but I'm not making the leap to take it a step further. So that's about where I'm at.
Heather, have you read Romy's, what's her last name? Lindsay, I know you read this book. Not
Get Over Your Damn Self.
Get Over Your Damn Self. Have you read that book?
I think I have it on my e-reader.
Yeah. Let's look at that one for you. Okay. Get Over Your Damn Self is great in the sense of Romy kind of says, like, when this happens, this is what you do. Because a lot of times we allow the people that we're having our conversations with to lead and finish the conversation, as opposed to being the leader of the conversation and taking the conversation to where we intentionally want it to go. Okay? Remember, our intentions are to provide resources and help people. It's not just like, think about your kids. It's not like you say, okay, here, go do it. And then we don't follow up, right? It's like, okay, great, I have this product and this is what I do. So if you do it, great. And then we drop the ball. You know, it's like following through. It's like it's almost like I hate to say treating people like children. That's not what I mean. But, you know, walking them through the process. Remember, we all have blockers. And if you have a blocker, okay, as to how that's going to happen, that's when you say, you know what, let's have a conversation. You know what, let's get on a call tonight with my coach. Right? Let's get on a call tonight with my coach. And so Romy has all of these really great ways to, for a lack of better ways, manipulate a conversation and allow you to feel allow you to feel comfortable and confident in that. And be like, oh my gosh, she said that so perfect. Celeste said this to me the other day. She goes, can you type out what you said so I can say that? And remember that you are going to be able to say things best the way you say them. Otherwise, let's just all get on a call so they can hear me say it my way, right? And you build trust that way. So
Right.
Heather, do you have, how much is daycare in Long Island for your son right now?
$2,500 a month.
I'm sorry, we cut out for a second. What was it?
Next year, it's going to be $2,500 a month for 2.
Wow, that is a mortgage payment.
Yeah.
Okay. You ready to work?
Oh, yeah.
You're ready to work, right?
Ain't no hustle like a mom's hustle.
Guys, this is work. Okay? But it should be fun. I'm not going to tell you that this isn't work, but you can do that. It is very possible to do this, Heather.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? But you gotta want that. And here's the thing. If that's what it's going to take to just get them daycare, what's that next level? How much is it going to take? Is that what you really want to be working for? I don't mean to be making a negative face, because I know I'm like scrunching up my face right now, but is that what you want to be working for?
Right. No, eventually, like, I want financial freedom. I don't want to have to be, like, sitting crunching numbers and trying to figure out how we're going to pay for everything.
Right.
But also, I'm a step-by-step person, and I'm like, this is the immediate need. This has to happen first.
What's goal number 2?
Goal number 2?
Mm-hmm. That's goal number 1. What's goal number 2?
I haven't thought that far yet. We eventually want to add on to our house. So
you want to add on to your house before you
being able to have enough money to do that.
Do you want to do that?
What's that?
Do you want to do that before you come home?
Before I come home?
Yeah, from teaching.
You cut out for a sec.
Yeah, from teaching. Full time.
Yeah, I love teaching, and I honestly don't see myself ever not teaching.
Okay.
Because I just
How long have you been teaching?
I'm in my 16th year.
Okay. And in Long Island, you get your pension after 20 years.
It's 30 or age 30 years or 62.
And you want to work till you're 62?
Well, I'll be able to. I'll have 30 years. I'll be fully vested when I'm 52.
Okay, if we get you to $2,500 a month, like by the time you have your second child, then that's going to exponentially grow, and there's a good chance that you may not have to teach unless you want to. You can just substitute teach.
Oh God, no! You do not want to substitute teach. Trust me on this one. That is worse. That is worse.
I'm just giving you options here.
Yeah.
Thinking out of the box. But okay.
I love what I do. I love teaching. I love my job. Like that has, from the time that I was 5 years old, I always knew that I was meant to be a teacher.
Okay.
So that wouldn't be an ultimate goal. I would just continue. I would teach and also be like a kick-ass Beachbody coach. Like
me. Like I continue to live my corporate life and be a Beachbody coach.
Right. But here's the thing. I don't have to travel. I work 10 minutes from home. My day ends at 3:00. I get snow days. Like I really do live the life.
You enjoy it.
I love it.
And you shouldn't give up something that you enjoy doing. I'm just asking you to think out of the box. However, one more goal. Adding on to your home.
Yes.
Have you priced that?
No, because I know it's going to be like $100,000 and
There you go. There's a goal.
yeah.
All right. Guys, again, remember, these are things. What can this business do for you? How are we going to save that kind of money? How can we go ahead and make this happen? I need to know these things so I know how to coach you. That's
Right.
it, okay? So it's important to dream bigger, okay? Listen, I was going to put in a pool this year. Guess what? I'm paying for a wedding instead.
Your daughter got engaged.
My daughter got engaged. She crushed my goal, but she's living hers. And guess what? I can freaking pay for it.
It's better than a pool.
Better than a pool. I get a son. You know, it's I'm ecstatic. I'm ecstatic. And guess what? I didn't have a plan A for college. I didn't have a plan A for them getting married, but I do have this business. Incredible, these experiences that we get to provide for. So guys, just say it and it will happen. It's okay. Don't feel bad about it. It's gonna happen. Okay. And get your ticket to Summit, Heather. I can't wait to meet this little baby boy. Or Mama might need a break at that time. Okay. All right, Kim. Kim, I know you've been listening. I know that you are there. You're probably just on your phone. I can unmute you. Let me go ahead and do that. Let's see if it works. Huh. Is she did she block me from? Okay, I'm back. Sorry. Kim, can you unmute yourself? There she is. All right. Kim, you there?
Hi. Sorry, I must have hit something, so it's not letting me do the video.
We can hear you. You're okay. You don't have to do video. So, Kim, introduce yourself.
Hi. I just joined, so I'm kind of trying to decide what's reasonable, and I have a corporate life that I'm still trying to decide if this was the right choice for me, but we'll see how that happens. So I know that my move to my new place in Bliss is a transition point for me. I just don't know what it's transitioning to yet. So this ray of sunshine named Shannon shows up at my new corporate life. And I'm like, who's this lady? She's pretty nice. I like her. And I'm a half glass empty kind of person, trying to work on being a half glass full kind of person. So I feel like you got to surround yourself by that. And I know it's about selling your story. I don't know that I would buy my own story yet. So I have to work on that.
Well, certainly don't make anything up. It's you. You just be you.
So I'm not really sure what a realistic goal is. I mean, yeah. Because I don't really know anyone in Dallas. So most of my interactions in my corporate life. So I don't really know what's realistic.
That's a really great observation. And, you know, I have that corporate life, right? And, you know, there's a lot of people in our lives that we can impact. And if people don't know what you're doing, then they don't know. And that's why we share and not sell. And so I think, Kim, a realistic goal for you is, number one, we all start as coaches because we want to belong, right? The main thing about Team Beachbody is that we're a team of people who just want to live healthy, happy, fulfilling lives. And we help other people do that as well. So being a coach, no matter your involvement, involves helping people, whether it's inside the challenge group, while you're working on yourself, right? Like you're meeting new people in the challenge group and you're encouraging them just like they're encouraging you. You're coaching, right? And then it's sharing. It's like somebody notices, you and what you're doing, and they start asking you questions. There's your pretty face. And
Sorry,
that's okay.
I lost you.
That's okay. And when I was saying that when people are asking, people are recognizing what you're doing, but they don't know what you're doing unless you share with them. And that's what it's kind of weird. Like people get all freaked out about social media and things, but it's like I told Asha, you don't have to post a picture of doing a workout, but like you said, you're a half glass empty person, right? So there's a certain level of, sarcasm that comes with you, and that's who you are. And when people start seeing you like talking positive about something, they're going to be like, what the heck is she up to? And they're going to ask you questions. And so we inspire that way. It's a way that we help, because again, it's about transforming our own personal lives and becoming better people. Not that who we are is anything bad, right? It's just showing, how can we show up new? How can we show up better in this world every single day, right? And how can we impact people's lives? And how can we help them feel good, right? How can we help other people just feel freaking good about themselves? Because there's too many damn people who feel bad. And they don't deserve that. And they don't think that they deserve better unless someone else like you believes in them. And if you can just believe in yourself that you're capable of something like that, then having your Shakeology paid for is a very good first goal. And that's helping 3 people.
Like 3 people when?
Every month.
3 new people every month?
Yeah. I mean,
I don't meet 3 new people every month.
But 3 people.
I know 3 people.
3 people who would probably judge you for doing something like this, that you won't contact because they may be like, what the hell? She's trying to sell me something. But no, you're not. You're not trying to sell them anything. You're just sharing with them and you're asking them to do it with you. That's it. And so there's a difference. There's a difference between, and if someone's like, oh, I'm not going to buy that crap. I tried that, blah, 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 blah. Okay, no big deal. This is what I'm doing. And be confident about that. And that's how we share. And so we relentlessly share because we know what it does for us. And you are just getting started and you're all part of the belief, but learning is a part of all this. Just don't get stuck in the learning process, because then you just get stuck. There's not one rule. And there's one thing that we need to do, and that's just share with people. And that's it. Tell people what we're doing, and if they want to do it with us, they will. And depending on how many people you talk to, so there's a lot of Beachbody coaches in Dallas. I'll tell you that. I know a lot of them. And
do they need a friend? I could use some new friends.
Start going to some fitness classes. Sometimes a lot of Beachbody coaches also teach fitness classes in Dallas. I actually have a really good friend from high school in Dallas I can introduce you to. You'd really enjoy her. Her husband is a personal trainer for the Rangers. So anyway, but no, I think the most important thing for you right now, again, is that belief in yourself. So I ask you a question. What are you reading?
Well, I'm supposed to be reading that badass book that some girl named Shannon told me to read, but I haven't started it yet.
Okay. All right. As long as you have it, that's great.
It's downloaded.
Good. You got a business trip tomorrow? Got some
Tuesday.
Gonna be in the car for a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a great time. It's a great time to listen to it. You're gonna show up and you're gonna be like all pumped up. Everybody.
Yeah, poor Patty Parker.
She's all about it. Don't worry. Patty Parker is all over. Alrighty. So, okay. So we're not going to belabor this. If you do have a financial goal, let me know. Do you have a financial goal? I've asked everyone for one.
Wow.
It's only fair, even though you're new, it doesn't matter. Do you have a financial goal?
No.
It doesn't have to be like I want to make $100,000. It could be like I want to pay off a credit card. It could be I want to go to the movies every week. It could be anything.
No.
You don't?
No.
Nothing. You are
No.
no goals? No financial goals?
No.
You don't want to say?
No, I don't have one.
None?
No. I live very simply. Like, I'm mad I still have a car payment, but I'm supposed to be selling the car, but I have some weird emotional attachment to my car that I haven't quite figured out yet.
All right. So what's your car payment?
I have $7,600 left. It's like $3.25 a month. I forget. I just pay money.
Living simply doesn't mean that remember, money's just a thing, baby doll. This isn't like a crazy astronomical goal of living some elaborate life. It's just, okay, $7,600. Great. You wanna pay that off. Let's do it. Without tapping into your income. Your normal income.
Okay.
That can give you experiences. It's just a goal, right? It doesn't mean even if you earned half that, wouldn't you be happy?
Yeah.
Yeah, it would just get you to your goal quicker, right?
Yeah, I mean, ideally, in a world of perfection, I wouldn't have a 9-to-5 job, but we'll see how that goes.
Well, now I'm talking. I don't have you have a 9-to-5 job?
No, I just don't want to work for other people anymore.
See, you got to
I'm
say.
Kind of over it.
You can say these things out loud. You're in a safe place. It's okay. So
I'm overworking. I'm over people being ridiculous and not investing time and money in the right stuff, and just and not having the ability to change it. At my last job, I had a little bit of ability to change stuff. And I remember when I gave my resignation when the doctor said, Kim, you're going to hate it because you can't tell people what to do with this new place. I was like,
nah, it'll be fine.
Right? I was like, what? And I realized it's not so much that I can't tell people what to do, but I have zero control over my environment, really. Mm-hmm. Is how I feel currently. Mm-hmm. And so my apartment, which I will not show you, reflects that. I have outer chaos because I have inner chaos. And I hate that we have to go back to work tomorrow.
Yeah. It's okay.
Like, I can't, like, I told myself I have to stay 2 years, right? But.
So let me ask you a question. If you're giving yourself 2 years and you were able to replace your income in 2 years, would that be worth taking time to learn how to invite people, get a little uncomfortable if that meant you can replace your income in 2 years?
Yeah.
I can tell you, I will go back to the room at 5 o'clock every day and I will work with you. We will work and we'll have fun. And we could just grab a bottle of wine too and do it. Because some nights that's what I do.
Yeah.
It's my time. A lot of times people go back to their rooms and they work more. No, that's my time. I don't get up at 5 a.m. because I'm going to get on my laptop. I get up at 5 a.m. so I can work out and get my shit done for myself, and I can feel good. I don't go back to my room at night and go to work. I get that done during my office time. I get that done in my classroom time. Your job will control you if you let it. But if your goal is to 2 years not be doing this, I'm going to help you because it's possible. And we're going to help each other.
Yeah.
And you got to buy a ticket to Summit and put your PTO in tomorrow because we're going to Indianapolis.
I don't know that I can do it because I have PTO. Like, I'll have to see if she'll let me do it because I have PTO like for a week right after that.
It's like, Thursday. It's like just a weekend, really.
Yeah.
It's not a full
I'll
week.
see if she'll let me do it. Yeah.
She'll do it. You don't have to explain why. It's just I need a Thursday and a Friday off. Are there any events?
Right.
Like,
that'll be my birthday weekend.
oh, and it'll be a celebration.
It's my birthday.
There will be fireworks. There'll be champagne and sparkly hats and free gifts and
Really?
and
You're so
parties.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question? Can you think about anybody?
Yeah.
Can you think about anybody something like this can help right now? Like that you would want to own a business with? Because part of this is not just doing this, owning your own business, like doing this yourself. Like who's like somebody like you see yourself like really like having in your life in this capacity? I mean, I know me, but
Right. I don't know.
You don't know?
No, I'd like to see if we could actually do it well. I'd like for my bestie to do it because she needs like more financial security. She's always playing catch up.
Yeah. So you know what? She's someone you call and you say, listen, we're going to do this together. We're going to do this together. And she gets up, and so she doesn't have to pay for her initial challenge pack. She's going to find 3 people to do this with her. So she gets that money back immediately. Because 3 people a month will pay for everything. So it never becomes a cost. Okay. That's just the minimum. I set my goals to 10 a month, 20 sometimes. I push myself. I don't always achieve those goals, but that's what I aim for because I love helping people. That's what we do. We help people. We give them solutions that work. This business, not just this business, this fitness program, this lifestyle. I didn't lose 30 pounds because I went to the bar every day after work and, I got up at 5 o'clock in the morning and went to go eat breakfast. It's not how I lost 30 pounds. I lost 30 pounds because I got up, I became disciplined. I wanted to feel better. I don't live in pain anymore. I don't take medication anymore. I mean, you're talking to a little bit of a crazy girl. You know me a little bit. I'm a little bit of a crazy girl, but I know how to take care of myself now. And I know how to help other people take care of themselves. And so I'm very proud of this. So if you know someone that this can help in any capacity, you call those people and you say, listen, I'm doing this thing and I want you to do it with me. And you say that from your heart. It's not selling people a product. It's saying, this is what I'm doing. Here's what it's going to do for you. and here's how we're going to do it, we're going to get on a call with my coach because you don't know what you're doing. Okay?
Right.
That's how we do it. That's how we do this. Okay? So, and that takes courage. And you have courage because you moved, you took your current job for some reason, just like I did, for some stupid reason, I had to know something. I'm still here 7 years. I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm out. I don't know if I should be saying that, but I'm really good at mentoring people to do their jobs really well. Okay? So stick with me. I am going to help. I'm going to help you. Okay? I will help you in your career.
Okay.
And I will help you in this business. You just have to let me. And you have to tell me. We're going to start with $7,600. Okay?
Okay.
And a ticket to Summit. Okay? And you're going to invite 3 people, and hopefully at least one of them do this with you. But I would like you to invite at least one. Okay?
Okay.
And if you need me to get on a call like this with them, I'd be happy to.
Probably, but we'll see how it goes.
Go read that book, please. You need to know you're a badass. I only attract badasses. All right, Kim. Have a super night. I love and adore you. I appreciate you. Thank you for sharing, and thank you for hopping on.
Thank you. I'll talk to you soon.